Are Mylar bags about to be banned? When we come back, I'll tell you why I think that may be the way we're headed. Alright, so I don't normally do 2 videos in one day, but I ran across this and I thought it was really, really important for us preppers, as preppers, to see something like this. What I'm seeing now from an article which I will link down below, from a site called E-commerce Bytes, is Amazon is telling its sellers to ditch their stash of Mylar bags. So if you're prepping, you better get them now. Amazon's instructions to sellers about Mylar bags raised some eyebrows on its announcement board recently. Due to regulatory requirements, all Mylar bags that are not clear or single colored must be removed from Amazon stores by August 5th. Now, why Mylar? Well, I guess they're trying to link it to drugs and drug paraphernalia. Basically, they give you a help page that associates all of the items with drugs and drug paraphernalia. Products must not be primarily used for making or preparing a controlled substance. Mylar bags that are not clear or single colored. Now, we may debate, okay, is that single colored? Well, they're also saying they're not clear and single colored. So we may have to end up with less of a useful Mylar bag in the end if this goes through. Alright, so Amazon advised sellers that if you're using the Fulfillment by Amazon site, you have the remaining inventory of Mylar bags that are not clear, alright, in your Amazon fulfillment centers on or after August 5th, they will be removed from the Amazon store, and you must initiate a removal request within 30 days of receiving this notice to have your inventory sent out of the location of choice. So you can see the full announcement if you go to the article by down there below by E-commerce Bytes. Now, I don't really think this is looking out for the people or maybe helping us not, have more of a drug trade. I suspect this has more to do with controlling people who store food. Now, some of the examples they show are the little tiny, dime bag sized Mylar bags. Yes, all right, I can even understand them saying that, but they're including these as well, anything large or small. My concern is that if Amazon's doing this, it's going to start trickling down to other retailers and add more regulations or fees or possibly ID checks to buy these bags. So if you control the food, you control the masses, and if they control food storage, that's another way for people to make it more difficult to store food, and people just throw up their hands and go, why bother, nothing's going to happen. So I think there's more to this. I think historic lists of Mylar bag purchasers might become legitimate targets of investigation on that basis alone. So what they're going to maybe do in the future is look for people that have purchased Mylar bags. And, what are you doing? Let's check your house. Let's search. More importantly, the historic list of Mylar bags now becomes a prospecting list or a target list for law enforcement. So if you purchase big Mylar bags, they could possibly think you're smuggling marijuana in it, which is what that was the original point. They linked this to the marijuana trade. And the funny part is, it's legal in so many parts of the country now that why even worry about it? So if you think about it for a second, if you want to find millions of locations that are well stocked and likely rural, and to control for the purpose such as staging occupation, you now have a list. Taking food, maybe in an emergency, you now have a list, okay? You got a target list of what they would consider bad rural people with land and goods that should be taken for the greater good of the collective. Well, now you got it. So my point is, this is starting to get like Banana Republic type stuff, okay? Us preppers use Mylar. We're not smuggling drugs. We're not doing anything illegal. We don't really need to be tracked and traced for what we're doing. We're not smuggling drugs. We're not doing anything illegal by using these. We're storing food in them. Now again, I don't want to be an alarmist. It's not like these bags may be fine in the future. I don't know. We're not sure yet. But my opinion is that this leads to bigger things. I mean, I still remember when you could buy Sudafed without ID. Now you need an ID check, and there's a limit of how much you can buy. Imagine you buying a ton of rice and beans and everything, getting ready to store it, and you go down to your local store to buy these, and they're like, okay, we'll need to see an ID. Oh, you're only allowed 6 of these a month. That's where these things lead. That's how stupid things are in the world today. So just another thing to think about. If the government wants to inspect your home for hoarding, which they've done before, during rationing, where would they get a better list from? Well, let's see. Who's bought Mylar bags in the past? So if they're going to make a list, if they're going to check it twice, you best believe all of us will end up on that list for no reason. So remember, August 5th is when this rule takes effect. I do have a link on top below there where you can pick up Mylar bags. I absolutely love Wallaby Mylar bags. That's what I've been using so far exclusively. So you can check them out down below. Again, this isn't alarmist. I don't want you people to freak out. I don't want you to spend your life savings on Mylar bags. But maybe picking up an extra bag or two might be a good idea given what we're seeing. So remember, get them while you can. Get them before any possible regulations or any kind of data mining or information sharing starts, and you'll probably be a whole lot better off. Anyway, real quick video. Link will be down below to check out Wallaby Mylar bags as well as all our little links. I thank you guys for supporting us, and stay safe and stay prepared.